This conference will now be recorded.
In the previous session, we started developing lightning component, okay, where we added that lightning component to the lead record page. Okay, we added that lightning component to the lead record page. Go to the lead record page, and this is our lightning component. This is our lightning component. Suppose we want to find what is our lightning component name. What is our lightning component name? Suppose we want to find. How to find is nothing but go to the edit page. Go to the edit page. Click on the edit page. Okay. Click on the edit page. Then go to that tab. Okay. Go to that tab. Student form tab. This is a tab, right? This is a tab. Click on that student form tab. And in the then click on that particular component. In the right hand side here, you have to observe page form creation, right? Page form creation. So the lightning component name is nothing but form creation. Now we want to open that lightning component. Okay, now we want to open that lightning component. How to open that lightning component is nothing but go to the developer console. Go to the developer console, okay, and open lightning component. Go to file. Go to file. Okay, 1 second, still loading. File, open lightning resource. Click on the open lightning resource. Okay, now what is our lightning component name? Form creation, right? See here, it is not available. Why it is not available? I am searching with a small letter. F is small letter, I am searching, but F is a capital letter. See here, F is a capital letter. So lightning component, I mean Aura plus LWC plus visual JavaScript, not Visual Force Space, JavaScript, lightning component Aura, like LWC, lightning web component, all these are case sensitive. There is a difference between small letter and capital letters. Okay, there is a difference between small letter and capital letter. But Apex class is not a case sensitive. Apex programming, whatever we are writing a programming backend, right, that is not a case sensitive. That is not case sensitive, and Visual Force page also not case sensitive. Now coming here, this is our form, right? Click on this one. Click on this one. So we are trying to developing a lightning component by using Aura framework. Aura framework. So finally, this is a combination of 8 items. Lightning component is a combination of 8 items. We will also call it as a lightning component bundles here. Lightning component bundle. This is a combination of 8 items. Okay, 8 items. We are trying to developing a lightning component, and this is a combination of 8 items. What is the first item here? The component, right? This is a component. The first item name is nothing but component. What is the purpose of this component? What is the purpose of this component? Here you have to observe. Here you have to observe. In this component, what we are doing? We are taking the data from the user, right? See here, go to our go to our page, go to here. This is first name, last name, mother name, father name. We are taking the data from the user, right? So we are taking the data from the user, right? Once we will take the data from the user, that data, based on that data, we have to insert a record in the backend, right? Once we will take the data, based on that data, we have to insert a record in the backend, right? So we are collecting the data from the user. Where we are collecting the data from the user is nothing but at the component level. So the first item, what is the purpose of the first item is to take the data from the user, or to display the data to the user, and to store the variables, to store the data into the variables. Attribute also we will declare in the component level only. Attribute also we will declare in the component level only. So this is the first item. The first item name is nothing but component. What is the purpose of the component is it will take the data from the user, or it will display the data to the user, and we will also store the attributes in the component level. Once we will collect the data from the user, then what user he will do? He will click on the save button, or he will click on the cancel button, right? This is nothing but event. When an event occurred, event means you will click on the button. That is technically we will call it as a event. So when we will click on the cancel, so we are performing some action. That is technically we will call it as a event. When an event occurred, in the component level, means when user click on this particular button, What is the next step? Where our request it will go to? We have to tell, or already it is designed. Already it is designed because of Aura is a framework. Aura is a framework. So not only Aura framework, any framework, when an event occurred, next your request should go to this particular item only. Any framework is designed like that. Our framework also designed any request, any event occurred in the component level, then you have to forward your request to the second item. The second item name is nothing but controller. The second item name is nothing but controller. And this Aura component we are trying to developing at the client side. This is completely for presenting the data to the user, right? So that's why we will call it as a client, right? This is client side controller. This is client side controller. So when an event occurred in the component level, our request it will go to the controller. Our request it will go to the controller. The second item is nothing but controller. So from the controller also, here finally this is my Apex class. This is my Apex class. From the controller also we will directly communicate with the Apex class. So where is this Apex class? Apex class is at the server side. Apex class is nothing but server side. From the controller also I will forward my request to the server. From the server I will connect to the from the server I will connect to the Apex class. Yes, we can connect, no issues. But what generally we will do is, from the controller we will forward our request to the helper. We will forward our request to the helper. From the helper, from the helper we will connect to the server. From the server we will connect it to the Apex class. So from the second item also we will connect to the server. From the server to the controller. Controller is nothing but Apex class. At the same time, from the third item we will call it as a helper. From the helper also we will connect to the server. From the server we will connect to the Apex class. So what is the difference between these two is nothing but, so this is my lightning component, right? My lightning component is name is nothing but form creation, right? Form creation. Suppose I have 100 lines of code. 100 lines of code. So I have another component. See, I have some other component. In that component also I will use the same code. Suppose I have 100 lines. That code is common for this lightning component and this lightning component. I have some other lightning component. This is nothing but form creation 2. This is another lightning component. This is one lightning component. I have 100 lines of code. 100 lines of code that is common to this lightning component and this lightning component. So then we want to reuse, right? We want to reuse. So where we will reuse and where we will write that code is nothing but go and write in any helper item. Go and write that code into the helper item. Then that code is reusable by any other lightning component. That's why we will always communicate from the helper to the server. Otherwise directly from the controller also we will communicate. This is the reason. In interview also sometimes they will ask why we will connect from the helper. What is the difference between controller and a helper? So both are JavaScript files only. This is JavaScript code, this is JavaScript code. From the controller also we will connect to the server. From the helper also we will connect to the server. So then what is the difference? Why they introduce the helper? Because of I have some 100 lines of code. That code I want to reuse in some other lightning component. Then where we have to write that code is nothing but in the helper. In the helper, in one function we will write that code we can reuse. That's why helper came into picture. But generally here also we will connect from the helper. From the helper, it's not like performance issue. It is not like that. Okay, it is not like this is the main one. So now coming in here, three items are there, right? When an event occurred, it will go to our request, it will go to the controller. It should go to the controller. From the controller you will connect to the server, or from the helper also you can connect to the server. Okay, so server, once we connect it to the server, our request it will go to the Apex class, right? This is technically we will call it as a controller. So where is this controller? Server side, right? This is a server. So server side controller, this is nothing but client side controller. Client side controller. So now coming into our lightning component, this is our lightning component, right? When user click on this particular button, so when user click on this particular button, we are telling to this button you have to go to this particular method. Method is nothing but this is a JavaScript file, right? We will call it as a function. We will call it as a function. I'm telling to this particular method, I'm telling to this particular button, boss, you have to call this function, you have to call this method. The button is asking, boss, where is this function? Where you define? I'm giving C means controller. Controller means client side controller. I am telling to this button in the second item, that is called client controller, that is called client side controller. In the controller we have one function, you have to go to that particular function and you have to call. So it will, our request, it will go to call controller method. See here, this is a call controller method, this is a method name, and generally the second file format is a JavaScript. See here, it will store .js, right? That is nothing but JavaScript, and this is the normal one function. Okay, this is the syntax. And now coming into your component event helper, are they right? Is it mandatory, or we have to rename, or we have to use I mean we have to add some other extra parameter? Means yes, we can add it or we can remove it. So what is the purpose of this component? See here, we are in the second item. Now in the first item, one attribute is there. In that attribute, first name, last name, mother name, some attributes are there. I want to check whether attribute value is there or not. Attribute value is there or not. First name value is there or not. So we will perform some validations here. Suppose we want to get anything from the component level, we need a reference, that is nothing but this one. Suppose we want any value, anything from the first item. How to get? How to get? By using this reference. By using this reference. Event we will discuss. Helper in the sense means, suppose I want to forward my request. I want to forward my request. I want to tell, we are telling to the method boss, you have to go to this method. We are telling to this particular method boss, you have to go to this particular method. Go to this particular method. This method is asking boss, I mean, it is asking where it is. So I'm telling to this method, you have to go to this particular method. This method, it will ask, boss, where is this method? You wrote call custom save method, where is this method? So I will say helper. In the helper, this method is there. But we have to tell to this method also, right? We have to tell to this method. How to tell? By using this reference. I'm telling to this, we are telling to this particular method, boss, you have to call this method. This method is asking, boss, where is this method? Where is this method? You are telling you have to call custom save method. Where is this method? That method is in the third item. The third item name is nothing but helper. What is the reference for the helper? Here, this is the reference for the helper. So we are telling to the call controller method, you have to forward your request to the call custom save. This call custom save is in the helper, in the third item. So now our request is coming into the third item. Our request is coming into the third item. Yes, we are here. Now what is our final target? What is our final target? We are collecting the data from the user, right? See, this is first name, last name, mother name, father name. All this data we are trying to collecting from the user, right? This data, once we collected, what we are doing? What we are doing? We are storing into attribute, right? For each and every tag, there is attribute. We are storing into attribute, right? Now we have to take this data and we have to pass that data to this particular Apex class. In the Apex class, in the sense means Apex method, we have to pass it. We have to pass it. So on the Apex class level, we have to create a class. See, this is our class. Where is our class? Go to here. Where is our class? Okay. We have to search. In the previous session, we already discussed form creation controller. This is my class, right? In the previous session, we already discussed. This is our class. Okay. This is our class. Now what we are doing, coming into the component, here we are telling to the component for this, okay, lightning component, we are implementing business logic inside this controller. Then the next one is, so where generally we write our business logic? This is a class, right? Generally we write our business logic inside method, right? So what is the syntax? Is there any syntax to write a method? Because of we are calling this method from the lightning component, right? Okay, yes, there is a syntax. This method should be a public method and it should be a static. Suppose I will not use static, then we can't call. Okay, we can't call. And the next one is, on the top of this method we have to use aura enabled annotation. Suppose I will not use, then what happened? Whenever we are trying to calling from the helper we are trying to calling, then what it will happen? It will throw error message, boss, there is no method. There is no method. You are trying to calling this custom save method, but I am not able to identify that method. So why it is not identify this method means we have to add aura enabled annotation. Aura enable annotation, whether it is a Lightning Web Component, Lightning Web Component also, we will use the same annotation. Lightning Aura, we are using the same annotation. So our class is ready, our method is ready, right? So our class is ready, our class is ready, our method is ready, right? This method, how many parameters it is taking? First name, last name, mother name, father name. 4 parameters here it is taking. Now from the third item or second item, how we are going to connect to this particular method? First we have to connect to this particular method, right? First we have to connect to this particular method. Call this method. Okay, call this method. First we have to call the method. Call the server side method. Call the server side method. Okay, first we have to call the method. This method we have to call. Then once while calling, what we have to do? While calling, we have to pass the parameters, right? We have to pass the parameter. Why we have to pass the parameter? Our target is what? We are collecting the data from the users here. So not here. We are collecting the data from the user. We are collecting the data from the user. Based on that data, we have to perform our operations, right? So now go to here. Here in the helper, what we have to do? So we have to call the server side method. While calling the server side method, this is my method. While calling this method, we have to pass these parameters. So we have to pass this parameter. Yes, method is calling, we are passing this parameter. Then what we have to tell to the method? Boss, now you have to run. Now you have to start your execution. You have to start your execution. Okay, you have to start your execution. Then what this method it will do? What it will do? In which object we are trying to inserting the data? Student form object, right? Go to here. Go to here. So student form, right? Student form object is there, right? Go to here. In the student form object, you will also go and create. Finally our target is we are trying to inserting the data into the object, right? Into the object. Where is this object? Means this, I have an object, custom object, it is already created. My object name is nothing but student form. Here name is there, first name is there, last name is there, mother name is there, father name. This is my table. So we are collecting the data from the user and passing to the controller, from the controller to the helper, from the helper it is coming into the server, from the server it is calling this method. While calling this method, it is passing these parameters. Based on this parameter, I will insert a record into this table. Now coming into this is my object, student form object. Now I want to find what is the API for this one. What is the API for this one? Go to your object level field. See, this is the detail, student form underscore underscore C, right? Now what I will do is we will just go and implement the logic. Student form st is equals to new student form. Yes, we are. And the next one is what are the fields are mandatory field. Name field is mandatory, right? st.name is equals to first name plus last name. Okay, first name plus last name. Then what is the next one? So here first name field is there. See, go to here. Is there any first name field? Yes, first name field is there. First name field is there. st dot first name is equals to this first name. Okay, this first name. Okay, and the next one is st dot last name. See here, it is automatically coming. sd dot last name is equals to last name. And the next one is st dot mother name. See, mother name field is there, right? Mother name. Okay, we are collecting the data from the user. That data we are storing into the table. st dot father name is equals to father name. So now we are assigned the data. Then what is the next step? Insert insert st. See, right? We inserted a record, right? We inserted a record. Then what is the next step? Second, here there is a name field is there or not? There is a name field. Okay, there is a name, father name, mother name. There is no field. What about the standard field? Okay, 1 second. It is showing an error. See here, you have to observe st dot name. There should be a name field, right? Yes, name is there. Name. Okay, okay, okay. Insert ST. So we inserted the student form record date. We inserted this form record date. What is my next step? What is my next step? The next step is nothing but field is not writable. Okay. Maybe this is the auto number, I think. Okay. Fields and relationship. Student form. See here you have to observe. It is not allowing us to save. See, problems are there. Field is not writable. So what it here it is doing, student dot name is equal to first name plus last name we are adding, but it is not allowing us to save. It under problems, one red mark here it is coming, and it is showing field is not writable because of this is a auto number. This is a auto number. Name field is a auto number, and we can't update anything. That's why here it is showing field is not writable. Okay, field is not writable. Now it is clear, right? So we created one student record. Once create a student record, I'm telling to this method boss you have to execute. So I'm passing the parameters, I'm calling the method. Now you have to execute. Yes, this method is executed. Once this method is executed, what it is doing, it is creating one record here. Whatever the details are there, it is creating this record. Then then what is our next step? This record id is there, right? That's the record id we are trying to pass into this particular helper. Otherwise helper how helper know whether record is inserted successfully or not? How helper know whether record is inserted successfully or not? So this id we have to pass to the helper. That's why I'm using return st dot id. Here we are returning id, right? Instead of void we have to use id data type. So this is my backend logic. We are trying to collecting the data from the user. We are trying to collecting the data from the user. Based on that data we are trying to inserting a record. Once record has been inserted, then that record we are trying to giving to the user. Then we are trying to giving to the user. So any questions on this one? Any questions? Still not it. So backend logic we prepared. Backend logic we prepared. When we have to prepare backend logic, when we have to write, I mean which one we have to write first is, that is our comfort. That is our comfort. So we have to write a javascript helper logic first, or next we have to go to the apex class logic. Mean that is our comfort. There is no like, there is no way like that. It's not like that. We have to write first this one, then there is no sequence. There is no sequence. First we have to write like this, then we have to go like this, then we have to go like this. It is not like that. We have to go step by step as our comfort. We have to write either apex class or lightning component first as our comfort. So here we are trying to creating a student record, and finally we are returning that particular id, st.id. This record id, in this record not only id, all first name field is there, last name field is there, mother name field is there, father name field is there, lot of field is there. So but finally we need an id. That's why here the return type is also changing. The return type is also changing. So this is my business logic. This is my business logic. Okay, any questions on this one?
Sir, I have a question. Here we are just giving the annotation, right? That class annotation. So any method that we are going to write, for that we need to give that annotation.
No problem, no issue. Suppose any method.
Any method that is been available in helper class, in the helper controller or helper, because say this is one function. Okay, say for example, if you have some other function which is again I wanted to use it for in from the controller, I wanted to call that method or class. So would all the classes will have the Aura enable annotation?
Yes, any method. Suppose we are trying to calling, I'm trying to calling one method. That method, on the top of the method, we have to use Aura enabled annotation. Otherwise system it will not identify that method.
Got it. Okay. So
This
how,
class,
no matter what, if
any
I'm
number.
5 methods, all 5 methods, I need to have the Aura enabled annotation.
Yes,
Got
yes. So class contain n number of methods. Suppose you are trying to calling that method, from the lightning component, or I mean Aura component or web component, then that method on the top of method we should use Aura enabled annotation. Suppose I will not use Aura enabled annotation and I am trying to calling that particular method, then it will display error message, boss, I am not identifying this method. You are calling method, I am not able to identify this method. And one more thing, suppose we are using this custom save on the top of this one Aura enabled, right? This method I will also use from my Visualforce page button also, no issues. So here I'm using Aura enabled, so that way this method I have to use only for a Lightning Web Component, Lightning Aura component. It is not like that. Suppose I am trying to calling from my custom button, right, Visualforce page. Assume that I am saying, means finally what I am trying to say is, suppose we have one method is there. That method we will use on the top of that method, we will use Aura enabled, means that method we can use in the classic version and the Lightning version. It doesn't matter. Finally, business logic is same. Whenever we are using our Aura enabled on the top of the method, then we are telling to this method is also available for Lightning Web Component, Aura component plus classic, I mean Visualforce page also it is available. Okay, and any questions? Now coming into here, this method is ready right now from the server. Still we are not calling backend logic, only we prepared backend logic. It is executed and it is giving that particular record ID. Now how to call the method from the controller or helper? How to call the, our step is call the server method. How to call the server method? So no need to remember the syntax, we know, right? The steps we know, right? We have to go to the Google and we have to search it. Okay, go to here, call server side method from Lightning Aura component. Okay, developer guide is there. Okay, developer guide for tags component library. Now see, Aura component developer guide is there, right? Aura component developer guide. Now scroll down here. So now we will go one by one. See, first I am trying to calling, we are trying to calling the controller method, right? So call the server side method. What is my method name? So what is my method name? So see, I am using this component dot get. See here, component dot get. See, what is my method name? My method name is nothing but custom save. Here you have to observe one common point. I'm using C, right? C. In the component level also we are using C, right? See, in the first item also I'm using C. How we are calling? Whenever you will click on this button, how we are telling to this button, you have to go to the controller. I'm using C dot that method name, right? So here also I'm using C, right? Here also I'm using C. So whenever we are using C dot in the controller side or C dot in the helper side, the system check these methods are available in the server side only. These methods are available in the server side only. The system find only at the server side. Yes, he is calling server side method. Whenever we are using C at the controller level or helper level, then the system verify, because he is calling one method, that method is at the server side. This is nothing but server side controller. So whenever we are using C at the component level, C, in the first item I'm using C, that time it will verify, yes, he is calling in the controller only. He is calling in the controller. That time it will search only in the controller. But in the controller level, whenever we will use C, in this helper level we will use C, means the system it will verify, boss is calling one method, that method is only in the server side. We have to check. So how to call the server side method? From the controller or the helper? Components here, whatever you are using the reference, right? Component. Some people what they will do, they will use CMP like this. So you have to use the same reference component. Okay, component. So here we are using component only. So names as our wish. I am trying to calling the component. I am trying to calling the controller method. Yes, we are calling the controller method. This is my method. I am calling from the server. I am calling this controller method. While calling the controller method, we have to pass the parameters, right? First name is there, last name is there, mother name is there, that we have to pass the parameter, right? Then what we have to do is, so we will just go and create one reference variable to this particular method. That reference variable name we can put anything. For example, I will just go and put like RA also, it doesn't matter. But generally everyone will use the same name, that is nothing but action. We are trying to calling the controller method. Yes, I'm calling only, not still not yet passed any parameters. Now the next step is this method is receiving parameters. This method is receiving parameters. Yes. So we need a reference. That's why variable action. We are trying to creating one reference to this particular method. That reference name is action, and this is a variable. This is a JavaScript file, right? In JavaScript, everything is variables only, right? There is no integer, string, data types, right? So we are trying to calling a method. So that method is in the server side. So while calling this method, we have to pass the parameters. So for that particular purpose, we need a reference. That reference is nothing but I'm making the variable name as a action. This is variable. This is variable. Okay, here you have to observe coming into here. Variable action, right? Variable action. We are trying to calling the server side controller here. Then what is my next step? What is my next step? This method it will receive parameters, right? What is my syntax? This is my method syntax. Here you have to observe. This is my method syntax. This is my method syntax. Okay, this is my method syntax. So we are trying to calling this method. See, small letter, capital letter, everything should be the same. Okay, here suppose I will use capital letters like this, the system it will not identify. So this is a case sensitive. We are trying to calling this particular method. Yes. What is my next step? This method is receiving the parameters, right? First name, last name, mother name, father name. It is receiving the parameters, right? So how to pass the parameters? Yes, again we have some other syntax. Action dot set param. Action dot set param. Now we have to pass the parameters here. Action dot set params. This action, right? For this method, I'm telling to this variable. This is a reference to this particular method. For this method, we have to set parameters. This is syntax. Open bracket, close bracket, open bracket, close bracket. Just remember action dot set params to pass the parameters. Remaining thing is common. Remaining thing we will just get it from the Google. Okay, no need to remember. First name, right? What is the my variable name? Same thing. First name only, right? Same name only here we have to use. For example, I will use first name like this means it will not identify because of here first name small letter, you are using capital letter. Yes, first name. Then where we have to get this first name? For this first name, from where we have to get the value? In the component level only, right? In the component level we declared into this particular variable, right? Into this particular variable f name, component dot here, component dot get v dot means variable. You have to bring in component level we have one attribute. That attribute name is nothing but f name. You have to bring that particular attribute and you have to assign into this particular variable. This variable is inside this particular method. Any questions on this one? Any questions like this? Each and every variable. What is my next one? First name. Now what is my next one? See here, last name, now comma, and the next one is mother name, comma, and the next one is father name, right? Next one is father name. See here, this is last name, right? Second one, last name from where we are trying to getting. Go to the component where we are trying to storing in the lname variable. Component dot get v means variable. We are trying to fetching the variable from the component level. Then the next one is mother name, right? This mother name here we have to pass it. Then component dot where we stored this data, right? Mother name. Now go to helper. This is mother name, right? Now the next one is father name, right? This father name we have to pass it into here. Now where we have to bring the data? From here, right? From the attribute level we have to bring the data, right? Yes, we are calling the method, and while calling the method, we are passing the parameters, right? By using set params. By using set params, we are passing the parameters, right? Any questions on this one? Any questions or any confusion? So this is my method. Here out of the this is my method. Our target is we have to call this particular method. Yes, how to call? This reference we have to use component dot get custom save. Okay, get custom save. While calling this method, it is receiving the parameters, right? Yes, for that parameter we have to pass the data. First name. This is the same variable name. So where we have to pass the data? In the component level we are getting, in the component level we are declared some attributes, right? For these attributes only we are storing the data, right? Collecting the first name and storing into this particular attributes, right? That attribute we have to bring. How to bring? Component dot get v dot first name, component dot get v dot last name, component dot get v dot mother name, father name. Each and everything is separated by the parameters. So we are calling method. While calling the method, we are setting the parameters, right? Now I have to tell to this method, boss, you have to run. Everything is I am passing. You have to start your execution. How to tell? Go to here. We have $a enqueue action. Okay, $a enqueue action. We are telling to the method, now boss, everything is ready. You have to start your process. $a dot enqueue action. This action I am telling to this particular action. In interview also ask what is the process. Okay, how you will call the controller method, how you will pass the parameters, how the execution. We have to say like this: component dot get of by in the helper of the controller, by using component dot get of c dot that particular method we will call. While calling, we will set the parameters by using action dot set parameters. Once parameter is set, then we have to tell to the method you have to start your execution by using $a dot enqueue action. So once it is started execution, now it will start the execution. See, now it will start the execution. Once it will start the execution, what it will do? 1 second. It will start the execution. This method, it will start the execution. This method, it will start the execution. So go to here. Yes, it will come into here. Yes, first name is there, last name is there, mother name is there, father name is there. Then I will insert one record. In which object we will insert a record? Student form record. Yes, it is inserted. It is inserted. So now we have to tell to the helper. We have to tell to the helper, boss, I created one record or some problem while creating a record. That we have to tell to the helper, right? Means the helper is passing something and I have to give some response to the helper. But okay, everything is fine. I inserted. Or boss, some error is coming while inserting. Anything, either success or failure, we have to tell to the helper, right? Once everything is fine. Once everything is fine, we have to tell to the helper. How we are telling to the helper? I am just giving return. Return is giving nothing but id here. Return is nothing but id. We are giving id here. Now coming into here. Now coming into helper. Yes, it will give the, it is executed and it is giving id. So it will come to the server. Again from the server, again it will come to the helper. How it will take the helper? Apex method is giving response. Again, how it will take that response? Some syntax is there. That syntax is nothing but this one: action dot set callback. See, action dot set callback. See here. So here generally we will write like this, action dot set callback, action dot set callback. Now go to here. See, this is the syntax: action dot set callback, action dot set callback. This is the response. It will give the response that it is executed by using this line. It will execute. No need to write here. Generally everyone will write here only. Okay, generally everyone will write in the below. So it will execute. Once it is executed, we need response. Yes, the method is giving the response. That response here, action dot set callback. For this method response, you have to receive into this particular variable. Here the variable name I will just go and put also result also. Generally everyone will add response. Try to understand the navigation. What is the first step? Calling the method, then passing the parameters, then we have to execute. Yes, method is executing. Again it will give the result. Yes, that result I have to take. So action dot set callback. No need to remember exact syntaxes. Okay, I also don't know the exact syntaxes. So now we are getting the response right here. We are getting a response right. Once we will get the response, first we have to check it. Boss, response is success or failure. So that is nothing but this one: response dot get state. See, response, whatever here is there, right? Response dot get state. It is giving the response. In that response, I have to check it whether it is success or failure. How to get? We will just go and use by using this response dot get state. Some people they will use it like a result, means here we have to use result. Here we have to use it result. Action is nothing but here the same name. For this one we are setting the parameters. Same method we are executing. From the same method I am getting the result. Result is nothing but response. Okay, response here. Once we will get the response, we are trying to checking whether it is success or failure. That is nothing but state. If it is success, then it will give like this: state is equals to success. State is equals to success. If it is failure, the system it will give failure or some other thing. Else we will discuss clearly. If else state is equals to incomplete. If it is error, the system it will give the error. Okay, first we have to check. I'm not taking the result. First our request is processed or it is completed or any error. Yes, it is success. Then what is about the result? What about the result? Once it is, we have to check the state. It is completed or not, success or not, error or not. Yes, it is success. Then what is the result? What is the result? Then how to get the result is nothing but response dot get return value. Response dot get return value. Here I am using alert box. Response dot get return value. Get return value. By using this one, we are trying to getting the result, final result. Before here we are trying to getting a response, if that response is success or not. That response is success or not, we are checking. Yes, it is success. Then what about the result? Give me the result. How to give the result? Response dot get return value. Response dot get return value. This is my result. Now for our understanding purpose, what I will do is I will put in the alert box. I will, what is the result that we are trying to discuss, that we will see. Result, alert boxes is for our understanding purpose. Result. Okay, result. Try to save this one. Now I will just go and execute this one. We will just go and execute this one. Go to here, refresh this one, refresh this one, go to student form, see a test and test, click on the save button, entered into save. See, result is coming, right? Result is coming, right? With this ID it is inserting, right? See, this is with this ID it is inserting, right? Here you have to observe. Result is coming, right? Means one record is inserting, right? Any questions up to now? Any questions on this logic? See, finally this is my logic. Any questions? Step by step we have to go. Calling the method, passing the parameters, executing, now getting the result. Once get the result, it is success or not. If it is success, finally I am taking the result. That result by using alert box we are displaying. This is my understanding purpose. Okay, any questions? Forget about this one. Suppose error that we'll see in the next
Ramesh
session.
garu return value hello
Yes, Mahesh.
రమేష్ గారు ఆ సర్వర్ సైడ్ కంట్రోల్ లో ఐడి రిటర్న్ చేశాం కదా ఆ ఐడి ఎక్కడెక్కడ పాస్ చేసాం మనం హెల్పర్ లో
In helper we have to pass ID. How we will get ID? You are saying finally it will create a record, right? Okay, once record is created, it will give ID, right? That ID I am taking from the method. See, it is giving as a result method. The return type is method. Now coming into helper, I want to get the result.
Okay.
Response dot get return value means it will give that ID or anything, whatever that method is returning, right? It will give that one. That I am storing into one variable and I am just printing for our understanding purpose.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions or any confusion? Suppose we will see directly means we will get some confused. We have to go step by step. Okay, so calling the controller method. Yes, so now while calling the method, it is taking some parameters we have to pass. Yes, once we have to pass, then we have to tell to the method, we have that method, it will start the execution. Yes, once method will start the execution, it will give the result. That result is success or failure. Yes, that whom we have to give, who is calling, for that person I have to tell. One person is calling me, one person is asking me, boss, you have to run, you have to, I will call, I will pass something, you have to run. Yes, I'm running. Finally I have to tell to him, boss, it is success or failure. So that is nothing but we are telling to the helper, action dot set callback. First what it will take, it will check whether it is success or failure. Success means I am taking this result. Response dot get return value means whatever that method is returning, everything it will give. That we are giving to the, that we are giving what, that we are storing into this particular result. So in the Visual Force page, you remember, once we will get in the record is inserted, we are redirecting to that particular record, right? We are redirecting to that particular record, right? We are redirecting to that particular record. Here also record is creating. Now I want to redirect to that particular record. So what I will do, how to navigate, go to here, how to navigate. One second. Now we are getting the result. What is my next step? What is my next step? How to navigate, how to navigate from Aura lightning component Aura to the record, in Salesforce. We are creating a record. Yes, record is creating, that ID is coming. Now I want to navigate. In the previous session, you will observe when user click on this particular button, it will create a record and it will redirect to the newly created record, right? It is redirecting to the newly created record only, right? Okay. So here you have to, one second here. Now my next step is I want to navigate to the newly created record. Yes, we have one function. Then navigate to S object. S object means Salesforce object, not standard object. Just remember what S objects you work with. Sometimes they will ask. S object means Salesforce object, not standard object. See now what is my target? You are creating a record. Yes, that is fine. You are creating a record. See here you have to observe. Go to here. See, I'm enter all these details, and click on the save button. Yes, you are creating a record. Now I want to open that record automatically. I want to redirect to that particular record. I want to navigate to that particular record. Yes, how to navigate in the sense means again we have to go and search in the Google how to navigate to the newly created record from Lightning component Aura or Lightning web components. Here navigate to S object. Okay, don't go directly to this developer one. You have to search some other links. Somewhere they will clearly mention Lightning component navigate to record. Then you have to come into this documentation. In this documentation, see, this is my syntax. I will copy this syntax. I will go to my Lightning component. See, this is my Lightning component, right? This is success rate. I will remove these alert boxes. I will just copy paste this one. We see $A means aura.get e.force.navigate to S object. We have to navigate to Salesforce object. Yes, I want to navigate. Then what is our record ID? What is that record ID? Record ID is nothing but just here we are getting this record ID, right? Instead of this one, I will just go and put this record ID, right? Instead of this one, we are just going to put this one, right? I'm telling navigate event.py. This is a syntax. Here we are using navigate to S object. Then what about this slide down name? I also don't know. Go to here. It is saying related, right? Related. Here you have to observe below charter detail. So here it is saying where you want to redirect. In that record, some related list is there, right? Account is parent, some related list is there, right? You want to redirect to the related list, or you want to redirect to the detail page? Where you want to redirect? We want to redirect to the detail page, right? By default it is a detail page. So suppose you want to redirect to the related list. Yes, you have to go and mention, see, slide dev name is nothing but related list, means it will redirect to the related list. No, I don't want to redirect to the related list. I want to redirect to the detail page. Ours is a detail page only, right? Not a child one. Ours is a parent one, right? See, we are getting a response. If it is a success, then we are getting the result. That result we are trying to opening that particular record. We are redirecting to that particular S object. So that is nothing but this is syntax. See, we are redirecting to the developer. Here we are using fire. Then only this action it will fire. Then only this command it will fire. nav this is a variable name. By using this variable name, we are firing means you have to fire, you have to go. Try to save this one. See, now we will just go on to verify. Go to here, refresh this one. One second, refresh this one. Student form. What I will do, I will just go and remove all unnecessary things. Alert boxes. Now finally my requirement completed. Now what we have to do, we have to remove these alert boxes. Otherwise it will come, suppose user is accessing this application, here it will come, right? They will say, boss, what are all these things? Okay, we have to remove the alert boxes. Are for our understanding purpose. Instead of alert boxes, in the real, I mean, we will use console.logs. In the console.logs, we will discuss. Now refresh this one. Refresh this one 2 times or 3 times. We have to refresh. Now go to here, enter Kira, Mohit, AM, click on the save button. See, it is creating newly created record, right? Newly creating record only, it is redirecting, right? Detail page only, it is redirecting, right? Here what we mentioned, here detail page only we redirect, right? We want to go to related list means here you have to mention related list. So how it means this result is nothing but ID, right? I'm telling you have to open this particular record. Okay, so navigate to a subject, this is our final example. One second. See, in the first page, what we are doing, we are collecting the data and storing the data, and we design the button. Once we design the button, then what we are doing, we are telling to this button, any person will click, any user will click, you have to go to the controller. From the controller, I am passing my request to the helper. From the helper, I am trying to passing to the controller method. Controller is nothing but server side. We created one server side Apex class method, and on the top of this one are enable, and we perform the business logic. Here how we are going to call, in interview also they will ask how we are going to call, is nothing but from the helper component dot get and that method name c dot that particular method name variable action. While calling, suppose any parameters are there, we have to pass by using action dot set params. Once parameter is set, then we have to tell to the method you have to execute by using $a dot enqueue action. Once it is executed, it will give the result. That result we have to check it whether it is success or failure. If it is success, then we have to perform our logic. Failure means we have to handle that error by using action.set callback response.get status if state is equal to success, like this. This is complete example. Have any questions, let me know. In the next session we will go some other example